where are the places where you could improve the application performance. Okay, a quick preview of the top SaaS-based CRM providers. Majority of it you already know. Okay, so but if you see, the space is getting narrow day by day because a lot of acquisitions are happening and all this. And I predict within a period of 3 to 4 years, you will see only 5 to 6 vendors offering this cloud-based CRM applications. Okay, so one thing which you need to decide when you go for the cloud-based application is that check the vendor has got the right ingredient, not just the application, in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the reliability, in terms of the number of years they are in business. Okay, all those are very, very important when you try to choose one of these vendors. Okay, we talked a lot about doing things on the cloud, and normally what are the cloud challenges today, right? That also we need to look at. It's not that all that is good about the cloud. Okay, so there are some challenges still exist. So evaluate the cloud integration options before you finalize the migration plan. It is very important because a lot of places the people fail because they really underestimate the importance of integration just by going by what the vendor says. So you should ask how I would integrate. For example, if you take the Oracle platform, they give something called an Oracle Enterprise Repository. So what it does is that the Oracle Enterprise Repository, it contains all the web services which you're going to use. Say for example, if I want to use something like a campaign to cache. So the campaign to cache has got set of business processes, code, as well as the web services. Say for example, when I use developing a JDeveloper, writing some kind of a validation script, from the Oracle Enterprise Repository, I would get a Java code by using the web service which they have given. So when I just need to embed that particular service name or object name, automatically the code expands. Similarly, you've got a lot of the inbound and outbound XMLs as well, which could be used. And the most important part is the need for 24/7 availability with no exclusion for maintenance. This is also very important. Still, I would say that nobody has achieved the 24/7 at a stretch of like 3 months or 6 months, right? But at least for some of the vendors like an Oracle, Microsoft, or SAP, at least they make sure there is no minimum interruption to the business. They will do it 3 months or 6 months time. And as you look at, one advantage is everything is driven by the business process. At the same time, for you to adopt a cloud CRM application, you also need to do a lot of the business process re-engineering, right? Some of the business processes which are left to the mercy of the application, enterprise applications, it has to be reworked to make sure the best practices are adopted. So from that context, we need to understand how much of the business process which have been recommended by the particular cloud vendor really suits to your business. Okay, and as you said, you need to have a new system, not only a new system in place, a new set of team which can support the system, right? So all your people who are actually being trained in a one's respective enterprise CRM technology needs to be retrained on this. And most important is a well thought about a change management program, right? So any system, whether it's a cloud or an enterprise system, it will be successful only when they have a change management program in place. Especially when you have a sales reps going to use this application, it's going to be a lot of a job to make the sales guys to transition from one system to another, unless they're seeing a very convincing proposition from the product, right? SaaS gives that options, but make sure these guys are being trained well and the message goes from the top to the bottom, right? If you try to do it as a department-wise, it may not be successful. The top management has to be very much supportive to make sure the SaaS CRM is successful. Business continuity and disaster recovery programs, right? So a lot of people talk about when they have an application in their premises, there's a lot of opportunity for you to control some of these things, right? But when you are actually outsourced the entire thing to a vendor, you should make sure you understand how they're going to take care when anything goes wrong, right? So read the rules and guidelines and make sure not only as a customer, as a system integrators or a cloud developers, we should understand which vendor gives you which kind of a provision if something goes wrong. Data encryption to and from SaaS providers data center, right? So sometimes there could be a challenge where you may be looking at encrypting a data. If you're running something on enterprise CRM, a lot of this encryption information or information configuration could be done by you. But when you go for a SaaS-based application, they will not give you that provision to encrypt a lot of this data. So you need to understand what of this data I need to encrypt and check with the vendor as well as an SI to make sure whether some provision is given, or try to find out any kind of a tool that could help us you to do the data encryption. Okay. On to the next stream, I've just given one example of how normally the integration happens in the cloud space, right? So here you see a Fusion HCM application, and this Fusion HCM application is integrated with Taleo, which is once again a talent-based cloud talent application, right from the Oracle stack. And you also see this, both these cloud applications are already integrated with eBusiness Suite HR. Right, so this is I call an integration between cloud and a cloud application, as well as an integration between a cloud and an on-premise application. Today, the reality is that every customer has to go through this, right? They cannot completely decommission the on-premise application and go on the cloud. They first have to start small and try to go on some of the parts which they think they could have a quick win, and integrate that with their enterprise CRM. So I've taken an Oracle example. It could be with Microsoft or it could be with SAP. Okay, so do's and don'ts of cloud CRM.